another cleansing session today. We are working on supporting Agni. So Agni is fundamental to all our metabolic processes. So for our body to be effectively collecting and evacuating waste, we need our body to be, in a balanced state with our Agni and metabolism. So it's an important part of a cleansing process is to make sure that that's being supported. And I think that's something that often when we are doing a cleanse, we think, oh, I feel tired, I'm just going to relax, and we become a little bit sedentary because we're feeling like we're not eating as heavy, we're feeling a little bit lightheaded. But it's actually such an important part of helping your body dispel waste is to get moving. So movement can really help to get Agni going. And yeah, just complementing or supporting that, waste expulsion process. Next week, we're going to be doing a lymphatic class, which is also, our lymphatic system is reliant on the movement of our muscles in our body. So just wanted to reinforce how important it is to be doing the right kind of movement during a cleanse or to support your body in cleansing, or even if you're not doing a cleanse, the magic of all these wonderful functions that our body does autonomously, we can support through our daily self-care regime. So your yoga practices are inherently cleansing. And yeah, today's practice is just a little bit more emphasis on Agni, our central Agni in the gut, and helping it to fire up if it might be a bit laggy. So I do tend to give a little bit of dosha warning sometimes, usually it's for our Vata friends. But tonight, especially if you're somebody with excess pitta, this class might be a little bit pitta increasing. So just want to be careful that you moderate things and perhaps do it at a time of the day where it's more of a kapha time of the day, so it's not tipping you into excess. So if you are feeling any hot flushes or anything excess pitta wise, just make sure you take some moments of rest in between, or if you're doing the replay on this, you can do a small segment of the class. You don't necessarily have to do the full thing. Okay, so let's get started. Sitting down comfortably. And place your hands on your knees, shoulders down away from your ears. And relax. Closing your eyes. And settling into your body. Settling into your position in the room. Noticing the feeling of the air on your skin, your clothes resting on your body. And feeling your legs getting heavier and heavier. Your hips are heavy. And soften into your belly. Soften into your chest and shoulders. Relax your arms, wrists, and hands. And taking a nice deep breath in and visualizing your breath traveling up your spine, lifting, lifting, lifting all the way into the crown of your head. And maintaining that lift as you soften your shoulders again down away from your ears. And bringing your awareness to your breath. Just observing the natural flow of your breath in and out of your nose. And taking another few rounds of deep breathing. And then we'll move into Goranga breathing on our next cycle of breath. So exhaling completely. And take a deep breath in. And say the sound. Goranga. Continue on. Goranga. 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 One more time. Goranga. Relax into your regular breathing pattern. And slowly open your eyes, coming over onto your knees and sitting on your heels. And we're going to engage in Kapalabhati breathing to pump through our belly to support Agni. So I'll just do a quick demonstration in case you haven't done it before. It's basically inhaling, and as we exhale, we forcefully draw the belly in and out. And it creates a forceful exhalation through the nose, and it makes an outward reverse sniff. So like a... So as you breathe in, you take a deep normal breath in. As you exhale, you repeatedly pump the belly, and you may have about 5 to 10 little outward sniffs. And then you'll know when you're ready. When you cannot do that anymore, then you relax, take another deep breath in. And again, pumping the belly and going through that pumping exhalation. So we'll do that for about 5 cycles, just going in your own time. And it can be helpful to just lean forward a little on your knees, and it just gives you a little bit more space through your abdominal region and a little bit more of a relaxed feeling through this area to be able to pump your belly in that way. Okay, quick nose clean. And inhale. Last round. Turn your palms up, relax. Take a few nice deep breaths. And continue sitting on your knees. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, lower your right hand down just by your waist. And no, that way. Right hand down by your waist. Left hand down by your knee, turning to look over your right shoulder. Just a gentle twist. And inhale, reaching up. Exhale, right hand to the knee. Left hand down by your waist, turning to look over your shoulder. Come back to center. And then lower your left hand to the floor, reaching up and over with your right arm. Opening up through your side body, trying to keep your hips stacked above your heels. Inhale, up and over. Beautiful. Come back to center and over onto all fours. So we're going to go into a dynamic thread the needle variation. So instead of threading our arm through and coming down to rest on our shoulder, we're going to inhale, raise your right arm up, and exhale, take that arm down and through, touch the shoulder to the floor. Then inhale, press down into the left hand, reach up through the right arm. Exhale. Inhale one more time. Exhale. Down and through, and now relaxing into thread the needle. So shoulder to the floor, inhale, float the left arm up, exhale. Hand to your sacrum or wrapping your hand around the front of your right thigh. Take a nice deep inhale and peel the top shoulder back. And slowly release. Left hand to the floor, press yourself up. And now both hands on the floor, take a little wiggle just to stretch out through your spine. Then inhale, same on the other side, reaching the left arm up. Exhale, tap the shoulder down to the floor. Inhale, up, exhale, down and through. Inhale. Exhale, taking it down and through and resting on your left shoulder. Inhale, raise the right arm up. Exhale, hand to your sacrum or wrapping your fingertips around the front of your left thigh. Reach back into your sitting bones and relax down into your shoulder. Peeling that top shoulder back. And slowly unravel. Both hands to the floor. Take a little wiggle through your cat position to release through your shoulders and spine. And then coming into cat position with your shoulders stacked above your wrists, hips stacked above your knees. Taking 3 cat-cows, inhaling, looking forward, arching your back. And on your exhale, rounding through your back, chin in towards your chest, tuck your tailbone. Inhale, tilt the pelvis forward, looking forward. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. And come back to center. Inhale, raise the right arm up. Holding this position, get nice and stable, pressing down into this left hand. And then when you're ready, inhale, sliding the left big toe back, extending out into that leg, and then reaching that leg up. Nice straight line with your body to begin. And then if you feel you can go further, inhale, draw in through your navel, keep that left hip working down, raise your leg, raise your arm, reaching into your fingers, reaching back into your toes. Staying there for one more full breath. And exhale. And a knee to the floor. Now your right hand is planted firmly down. Inhale the left arm up. Sliding the right toe back, keeping that hip rolling down as you raise the leg up. Staying here if that feels far enough, or further still, inhale. The right hip stays rolling down as you reach your arm and leg up, expanding out into the fingertips and toes, breathing naturally. And exhaling. All right. Now inhale, raise the right arm, left leg. Exhale, elbow and knee in toward each other. And as you bring the elbow and knee in, you're going to lift strongly through your belly. So right into solar plexus, the gut, Agni region. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Strong lift through the belly. And come back. Change sides. Inhale. Left arm, right leg. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And a knee to the floor. All right, let's relax our spine, hips to the floor, hips to the heels, and head to the floor, arms down alongside your body. Relax your shoulders.
And take a few deep breaths. Feeling your belly expand against your thighs.
And now slowly making your way up. Lifting back into a modified downward dog. Just a little stretch here. Then looking between your hands, walking your feet forward to meet your hands. Lift in through your belly and then lay your abdominal region over your thighs. Let your head hang heavy. Inhale, slide your hands up your shins, straight legs, flat back. Exhale, bend through the knees, fold forward. Inhale again, flat back. Reaching through your heart center, reaching through your sitting bones. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale. Exhale, folding forward. Bend through the knees, slowly roll up. Shoulders down away from your ears. And let's begin some sun salutations. So inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward, bend through the knees if needed. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, jump or step back into plank. Elbows in, look forward and lower down. Inhaling up, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, lifting back into downward dog. So for your first downward dog, just taking it easy. Maybe softly bending through the knees if needed. Checking your fingers and thumbs are spread nice and wide. Reach into your sitting bones and lengthen down into your heels. On your next inhale, raise your right leg up. Exhale, step your foot forward. Drop your back knee to the floor, flatten your back foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back into plank, lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back, lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, downward dog. Looking between your hands and jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's go again. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Jump or step back. Lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, downward dog. Holding for 3 breaths. Seeing if you can lift in through your belly and gently tilt your pelvis forward. Lengthen your heels down. Inhale, raise your right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Knee to the floor, inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back. Lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back, lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale. Downward dog. Look between your hands, jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale. Let's do one more round. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward, jump or step back. Plank, lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Holding for 3 breaths. Inhale, raise your right leg. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back, lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale. Exhale. Step back, lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale. Lifting back into downward dog. And look between your hands, jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale. All right. Inhaling, reaching up, exhale. Going down into chair, sweep the fingers by the floor. And dropping into a nice deep bend. Arms out in front or taking them up by your ears. Seeing if you can scoop in through the belly and get nice and long through your front body. Now inhale, come up to standing, press your palms together. Exhale, hands down through your heart center, dropping down into chair again. Taking your left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Turning to look over your right shoulder. Keeping your hips square as best you can with the front of the mat. Turning to look over your shoulder, pressing your palms together. Feeling that nice twist through the spine, contraction through your midsection. And inhale. Keep the palms pressing together as you reach up, stand up. Exhale, down and over to the other side. Hooking the elbow to the outside of the left thigh and check that your hips are not swiveling because you want the rotation to come through your spine. Sometimes we compensate by swishing our hips out to the side to get there. Staying with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Reach up. Exhale. Float forward. Inhale. Flat back. Exhale. Folding forward. Jump or step back. And lower down. Inhale. Getting ready for some downward dog action. Lifting back into downward dog. Staying here for a few breaths. Getting nice and grounded in this position. And we're going to go through a series of three-legged dog knee drivers, which is really great for strengthening your core and also getting your Agni nice and fired up in that region. And lots of pumping action through that whole area. Okay, so we're going to go inhale. Raise your right leg up. Exhale. Bring the shoulders over your wrists and knee in to the chest. So same as we did earlier in our cat position where we lift through the belly. So you can come up high on your back toes, lift, lift, lift. Then inhale, take it back. Exhale. Nice strong Ujjayi breathing. And inhale, exhale. 5 on each side. Moving with your breath. Stand back. When you've finished 5 reps on that side, inhale the left leg up. Exhale. And then when you've done 5 on each side, lift up. Exhale, lower that leg down. And take it forward, lower down. Inhale. Exhale. Knees to the floor, resting your shoulders, forehead to the floor, arms alongside your body. And staying here for 5 breaths. We're going to do one more like that, a slightly different variation. All right, slowly unfurling, coming up to sit on your heels. Taking your hands forward and lifting yourself up into downward dog. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So from here, we're going to do the same action. Inhale, raising the leg up. Exhale, taking the leg forward. But instead of taking it just up and in, we're going to try and tap the elbow on the opposite side. So right knee to the left elbow. All right. So we'll go try and aim for 5 on each side. 3 is also good if 3 feels like enough. So moving with your breath. Inhale and then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. When you finish 5 reps, extend that leg back, lower it down. Inhale the left leg up, then exhale, taking it over to the right arm. Inhale. And exhale. When you finished 5 on both sides, lower down into plank. Inhale up. Exhale, knees to the floor. Hips to your heels. And take a break in child's pose. Five nice, slow, deep breaths. Just observing your heart rate dropping, your breathing slowing down. And slowly press yourself up. Okay. Lift yourself up into downward dog. Look between your hands, jump your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale. Hands to heart center. We'll flow through a standing sequence now. Inhale, reach up. Nice and tall. Exhale, folding forward. As things start to heat up, inhale, deep breath, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Seeing if you can keep your breath nice and slow. This will help to keep your mind nice and relaxed and steady, even as your body is generating some heat and experiencing challenges. And that's one of the wonderful benefits of our practice, is learning that balance between effort and surrender. So when you're applying a lot of effort, being able to cultivate that relaxed state of mind, pure acceptance of what you're going through, what you're experiencing, but maintaining mental equilibrium. Inhale, raise your right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Spin your back foot down at about 45 degrees, or an angle of some kind. Bending through that front knee. Inhale, come up into warrior one. Just settling into the pose. Shoulders stacked above your hips, reaching your arms up, shoulders down away from your ears. Staying with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Now you can step your back foot forward and change sides, or you can vinyasa to the other side. Up to you. Lower down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Step the left foot forward, spin the back foot down. Bending through the front knee. Inhale. Warrior one on the left side. Find your breath. Press the floor away with your feet as you drop down into that front thigh. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Option to just step the back foot forward or vinyasa to the other side. Inhale, raise your right leg up. Exhale, step your foot forward. Spin the back foot down now, opening it up so that the outside edge of your foot is running parallel with the end of the mat. Front heel is aligned with the middle of your back foot. Bend through this front knee, cartwheel the arms up into warrior two. Maybe separate your feet a little if you need to. Settle in. Feeling your legs working, feeling your body working. Keeping your breath, your mental state nice and calm. Inhaling for 4, exhaling for 4. One more nice full breath here. And if you need to take a break, straighten out through that leg for a moment, then drop back into warrior two and reach back. I needed to take a break, so that thigh burn. Keep reaching forward into that front leg, so don't lift up as you lift to stretch. Keep working down as you reach back and over. And then cartwheel the arms, hands to the floor. Step back, lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Spin the back foot down parallel with the end of the mat. Front heel aligned with the middle of the back foot. Cartwheel the arms up. Dropping down into that front thigh. Shoulders stacked above the hips. Holding here for about 5 breaths. All right, so remember, option before we go back into reverse warrior is to straighten for just 1 breath. And then drop back into warrior and reverse it. Keep pressing down into that front foot and dropping into that front thigh as you reach back. And exhale. Cartwheel the hands to the floor. Step back, lower down. Inhale. Nice big stretch through your spine. Then exhale, knees to the floor. Big toes together, knees wide apart. Spread your arms through and relax. Five breaths here. Again, slowing down your breath. Slowing down your heart rate. Noticing already just halfway through your practice if you're starting to feel a sense of energy and invigoration, but also calmness and steadiness in your mind. Bring the knees back together. And slowly press yourself up. Come back through dog. Lift up. And jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale. Inhale, reaching up. We're going to flow down to sitting now, folding forward. Taking your time with this one last vinyasa. Exhale, folding forward. Jump or step back into plank. Lower down. Inhale. Take a leisurely upward dog / cobra here. Maybe separate your feet a little wider and just relax. Stretch out through your spine, relax your hips and legs. And then exhale, knees to the floor, toes to the floor. Lift back into downward dog, holding for 3 breaths. And look between your hands, and we're going to jump through to sitting. Okay. We're just going to take one seated forward fold, and then we're going to be working on some arm balancing postures today. So make the most of this nice passive pose. So we're going to get back into some strengthening work. Press down into your fingertips, arms down alongside your body, down by your torso, then lift and lengthen and fold forward. Using any props that feel appropriate at this time, whether it's a belt or a block around the soles of your feet, or if you want to fold forward over a bolster. Lift and draw in through your belly, folding forward. Firm your thighs. Press your heels away. And just relax completely on the mental plane. Just observing your body efforting, doing its thing, but you're able to detach from those sensations somewhat, experiencing them, but remaining a little aloof from them in a nice, relaxed mental state. Slowly release. Walk your hands back up. Come back up to sitting. Give your legs a little shake. And let's get ready for some arm balancing fun. We're going to be going through plank, side planks on each side. We'll have a little pause in between to do some gate latch and just stretch out a little bit. And then we're going to be doing, as our fun challenge pose, crow pose. So we'll spend quite a bit of time on that, just working up to it, doing some drills. But yeah, both planks, side planks, and crow poses are really great for working into that whole solar plexus area where our central Agni sits. Kind of get everything innervated, activated. All right, so remembering through plank pose to recruit your entire body. So instead of it being arms and shoulders or just engaging your core, we want to engage all of our leg muscles, pressing back into your heels, press the floor away with your palms, which will help to engage through your chest as well as your arms, and then your core, of course, goes without saying. So as we go into these plank poses, we will aim to hold them for 10 breaths on each side. So regular plank, right side, left side. Anytime you feel tired, you can put your knees down on the floor, and that's not giving up. You might put your knees down for a breath or 2 breaths, and it might give you just enough recuperation to be able to go back up into plank again and lift your knees up. So it's a really great attitude to cultivate too, is to not be like, oh, I'm done, and then just collapse completely, but to go, I can take a rest and then I can go again. So it can help you to build your stamina, your endurance, and also this mindset of not necessarily all or nothing, which I know a lot of us struggle with, so or can be a bit problematic in our daily life. So try that throughout our planks. If it feels like, oh, you don't have to give up, you can take a little rest and come back into the pose. So let's get into it. Coming onto all fours, walk your hands forward just a little, spread your fingers and thumbs nice and wide, and then tuck your toes under, lifting up so that your shoulders are stacked above your wrists. So you might need to wiggle your feet back a little, and then press back into your heels, activate your thighs, and squeeze through your buttocks. So sometimes we can press too much through our hands and we get this kind of rounded shape through our chest. See if you can relax, open through the chest here, but keep pressing into the floor so that you're nice and flat across the tops of the shoulders. Navel drawing in, lower belly drawing in, and keep breathing as you hold this position. Just gazing at a point not too far in front of you, just beyond the end of your mat. So your neck is nice and neutral. Okay, 2 more full breaths. And exhale. Knees to the floor, hips to your heels. Keep reaching out into your fingertips as you lower your head to the floor. You can relax and soften into your shoulders, but leave your arms outstretched. Relaxing and breathing. All right. When you're ready, coming up, I'll just show you the variations or modifications and variations for side plank, and you can choose your own adventure as you go into this pose. So for a modification, rolling onto both feet stacked in front of one another, you can bring your top leg foot in front. So then you can press into this front leg as a bit of extra support and press into that lower hand, arms up, like so, or stacking both feet, one in front of the other, or stack both feet on top. If you're feeling like more of a challenge, you can raise your toe up, or keeping the hips stacked, raise the leg up. Okay. All right, let's do it together. So choosing a modification or variation that feels right for you, rolling onto your side. We're going to go for about 5 to 10 breaths, firming your legs, press the floor away, making an angle of your body. Nice steady breath. Your head is an extension of your spine, so just try to keep nice long through the neck. Now we're going to roll over onto the other side. So hands to the floor, toes to the floor, and then roll over. Squeeze through your buttocks, firm your thighs. Reaching to that top hand and pressing the lower hand into the floor firmly. And then finding your breath, settling into the pose. And slowly release. Both hands to the floor, knees to the floor, and relax. Soften through your shoulders. Again, slowing down your heart rate by slowing down your breath. Begin to roll up. Coming up through downward dog. Taking a little interim stretch in the hips. Inhale, raise your right leg up. Exhale. Stepping your foot forward, back knee to the floor. Flatten out through your back foot. And just dropping down into your hips. And keep lifting your ribs out of your waistline. So you've got a simultaneous upper body is lifting and lower body dropping down. Just staying there for about another 5 to 10 breaths. If you would like to go into a more expressive variation, you can take your arms up. Or even out to the side. One more breath here. And lower your hands to the floor and walk your foot to the outside edge of your mat. So we're going into a diagonal lizard stretch. Upper arm and knee are working in toward each other, and drop down into your hips. Then you can do a little roll of the hips from side to side if you like. And then settling into a position where you're just stretching out in a nice diagonal lunge. Okay, from here, drop down onto the left forearm. Take your right hand to the top of your right knee and turn to look over your shoulder. Or variation 2 is to tuck the back toes under and lift the back knee. So you're just bringing a bit of a twist through your abdominal region. Slowly lower the foot down. Hands to the floor. And step back. Lift up into downward dog. Take a stretch. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale. Step your foot forward. Lunge on the left side now. Taking your time to move into the pose. Hands to your front knee. Soften your shoulders down away from your ears. You can take your arms up if you like, or out to the sides. One more breath here. Exhale, both hands down to the floor. Whew. Walk your foot over to the outside edge of your mat and come into a diagonal lunge. And when you're ready to move into the twist, lower your right arm to the floor, right forearm to the floor, left hand to the top of your knee, turning to look over your shoulder. And further still, raising that back knee up off the floor. Just a little twist. So your hips will rotate a little, but trying to bring a little bit of a twist through the spine as well. And slowly release. Press yourself back. Lifting back into downward dog. And jump your feet forward into sitting. And straighten your right leg out and bring your left foot to the outside of your right leg. Flexing your right toes back towards you and take your right hand to your left knee, turning to look over your left shoulder. Elbow to the outside of your thigh, opening up through your palm and then pressing that elbow into your thigh to help you lift and rotate around, turning to look over your shoulder. So nice, strong spinal twist, contraction through the belly. Slowly come back to center. Change sides, extend the left foot out, left leg out, bringing the right foot across, turning to look over your shoulder, planting your hand behind you, wrapping your elbow around your knee or elbow to the outside of your knee. Keep lifting from the base of the spine, lifting and rotating. And slowly unravel. Extend both legs out. Give them a shake. All right. And come over onto your knees for gate latch pose. So if you do find that this gets a little bit aggravating on your knees, just take a cushion under your knees or fold your mat over a couple of times and extend your right leg out. And turning your knee up to face the sky, toes pointing strongly down, reaching for the floor. Inhale, lift your ribs right up out of your waistline, raising the arm up, sliding your right arm down your right leg as you reach your left arm up and over. So really nice, strong side bend, opening and lengthening through the left side and contracting through the right side. Two more breaths here. Inhale. Change sides. Extend the left leg out, toes down, knee up. Inhale, raise the right arm up, slide the left arm down, reaching over, contracting through the left side body. Holding here for at least 5 breaths. Two more breaths. Inhale. Both knees together. And rest for a moment here. Just relax through your torso. Okay, let's get ready for our fun pose. They're all fun. Crow pose. So we're going to start with some little drills first. So a lot of the work that we did earlier with the lifting through the chest and belly and lifting and driving the knee in was really good preparation work for the same kind of action that's required for holding crow pose. So crow pose, you can definitely like wrangle it with a lot of shoulder strength. But just like with plank position, where I was talking about how we recruit our whole body, crow is really one of those poses where the more you can recruit not just your shoulders and arms, but your core, and lifting through your legs, lifting through your hips, and feeling as if you're drawing your energy up and lifting like holistically. It really, really helps to give the pose the sense of lightness and buoyancy. So of course, fundamental strength will help and positioning helps. But if you can kind of really gather your energy and lift, it'll help everything to feel a little bit more harmonious in the pose, not like you're just straining in one like arm balance kind of a situation. So we're going to do some little activities to help just help you activate those muscles, activate that lift. So start with having a block here, and we're going to perch ourselves on the block, both feet on your block. You're sitting up like so. Now you're going to move your knees wide apart and then take your hands to the floor in between your knees. So you should be able to press your upper arms and your knees in toward each other. And so from here, just relaxing, getting into this position. And then I want you to start pressing into the block first, like with your feet, and then lift the hips. And as you're lifting with your hips, you're drawing your navel in and lifting through your navel, lifting through your pelvic floor. Mula bandha's engaged. Inhale. So just lift, keeping both feet on the block, but lifting and noticing how your weight starts to transfer forward. And you can already feel that naturally your knees want to perch on your upper arms. So inhale, making sure that lift is coming through the core, through the belly, shifting your weight forward gently and lower down. Inhale, lift. If you can get this technique and muscle recruitment right, it'll make the whole pose so much easier and more accessible as you build into the full expression of the pose. Let's do that one more time. Lift. And also noticing how as you lift up, your head comes forward, your shoulders come forward, and that can feel a little bit daunting. So, but it's a natural part of the pose. If you're wanting to go into the pose, you have to take your hips up and your head starts to sort of drop down toward the floor. Okay, let's do same lift, but taking one foot off. So inhale, lift, feeling the weight of your legs into your upper arms. Lift the right leg, lower it down. Lift the left toes, lower them down. And inhale, lift again, right, bring them down, left, bring them down, lower the hips down. Inhale, lift, one more time each side. Excellent. Relax for a moment. And then we're gonna try and lift both toes off. All right, so come down, set yourself up again, get nice and comfortable, and then lift, 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 lift. First, lots of lifting through your belly, your core, then lift both toes and lower them down. Don't worry about holding it yet, we'll get there. So just really practicing that full lift, press the floor away, and inhale, lift up. Drop the toes down to the block. We'll do one more of these. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, if you like, you can continue using the block, or if you feel like you want to try without the block, setting your block aside, and let's try it on the floor. So there. First, coming onto your toes, same setup. Knees are together and just take them apart, hands to the floor, and feel your upper arms and your legs working in toward one another. And then start by just shifting your weight forward, noticing how that feels, and just trying to get your legs comfortable in your upper arms. Sometimes it can take a little bit of fussing around if you're new to this pose to just feel what that feels like. And then come up. And when you're ready, inhale, just go into playful curiosity mode where you're not expecting anything, but you're just going through that process of engaging through your core, engaging through the shoulders, press the floor away and float the toes up off the floor. Keep breathing, see how you go. See if you take flight. Holding that position. And then lower down. Take a little rest in between if you need to. And let's try 3 repetitions of going to the full pose. Feel the heat. Yes, Agni. And relax. All right, when you've tried your 3 repetitions, let's take a rest for a moment, and we'll stretch out through our wrists. Just making some circles with your wrists. And just sitting in a comfortable seated position. And bring your hands together, interlocking your hands. And make some circles. Give them a shake. Cool. I hope you guys had fun doing that. Okay. So now we will rest in reclined butterfly. We are getting closer to Shavasana now. So if you want to put jumpers on or anything like that, go ahead. So taking your bolster in to your sacrum. So I've got a butterfly pose listed here. Soles of your feet together, relax back over the bolster. But if you just even feel like keeping your legs crossed and lying back, that's a really, really nice, comfortable position too. Or even feet out in front and relax. However feels most comfortable and appropriate for you today, go ahead. I'm going to go reclined butterfly. Okay. And of course, you don't have to use the bolster. You can come down flat on the floor if you like. I'm going to demonstrate being cozy. Ugh. Yes. Just taking your time now, relaxing. And some of the standing poses that we practiced, it seems like, or there is a more apparent effort required in the practice, and complemented by surrendering in the mind. And then when we go into poses like this, it's like a little bit more surrender focused. And there's just a little bit of effort. Oh, it's a nice way to balance out a bit of a stronger practice. I'm gonna leave you guys now to rest. We'll stay here for about a minute, just breathing, relaxing, and allowing. Okay, 2 more breaths here. Slowly getting ready to come out of the pose. Rolling over onto your side. Just moving the bolster away. Coming onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Drop both feet to the floor. And we'll just do some gentle rocking of the knees from side to side as our final spinal twist before we get ready to come into Shavasana. And we're also going to be practicing japa meditation today as our end of practice meditation technique. So if you don't have your beads handy, make sure they're close by. Taking your knees all the way over to one side. And all the way over to the other side. Bring them back up to center. Now tuning into your body, any poses, techniques that your body is craving, any stretches, please go ahead and do them before we make ourselves comfortable for Yoga Nidra. Okay. Now when you're ready, lying down, getting comfortable. Turning out the lights or covering your eyes. With your palms turned up and feet falling naturally out to the sides. Gently tuck your chin in to lengthen through your neck. And reflecting on your practice, any aha moments or insights that came up during your practice. Just assimilating, consolidating those experiences. Now, giving yourself this time at the end of your practice to assimilate all of the benefits of our practice. Physiological, and then more subtle, mental, emotional, and the spiritual aspects doing their thing as well, working its magic. And part of what helps us to assimilate all of these benefits is this end relaxation experience. So really just taking a time to put anything that's on your mind, putting it aside for the next 10 or 15 minutes as we move into some yoga nidra. And giving your body the opportunity to completely relax. And just taking your awareness all the way down to your feet. Relax your toes, from your big toes to your little toes. Relax the soles of your feet. And feel your heels getting heavier and heavier. Relax your ankles. Relax your shins and calf muscles. Relax your knees, your thighs, and your hips. Feel the sides of your torso melting down toward the floor. Soften into your belly. And visualize your breath circulating around your entire abdominal region. We've had quite a vigorous practice today, one that really worked on kind of pumping and twisting and really invigorating throughout this whole abdominal region. And now bringing some nice calming, mindful breathing through this whole region just to help smooth out and balance out this area on an energetic level. And then slowly bringing your awareness back to the physical and relaxing into your chest area, your ribs, and all the muscles in between each rib. Relaxing into your lungs. Relax your collarbones, your shoulders, your upper arms, elbows, and forearms. Relax your wrists and hands. Moving your awareness over to your lower back area. Feel your sacrum broadening and releasing. Relax your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, and your neck. Feel all the muscles either side of your spine softening and relaxing. Your head is getting heavier and heavier as it rests against the floor. Relax into your forehead, your jaw, eyes, and mouth. Your entire body is heavy and relaxed. You feel safe and warm. And taking this time to allow your body to really just do all the things that it does when it's in this parasympathetic nervous system state, the rest and digest state. From a cleansing perspective, after firing up our Agni metabolism, letting your body now move into that cleanup phase where it does use that extra energy that we've generated, circulate and clean up and evacuate any waste in the body, giving it that time to do that without interruption or external stimulation, drawing its awareness and its attention often to other activities, just allowing it to solely operate in that internalized parasympathetic nervous system state. And before we wake up our body, just taking a moment to observe your body, observing your mind as the silent witness seated within. Taking the opportunity to practice the highest mindfulness, which is self-awareness, where this practice of observing the body and the mind helps you to also deepen your understanding or realization that I am spirit soul. It is I, the spirit soul, who is perceiving the mind, observing the body, and having these experiences. Slowly start to wriggle your fingers and toes, rock your head from side to side. And then coming up to sit, making yourself comfortable. And taking your japa beads, And if you have your mantra card there, it might be helpful just in case. We'll begin our practice as we did last time with japa, with the Nama Om pranams and Bhajashri. And then we'll use the mantra Haribol, Nitai Gaur, Haribol for each bead. And we'll practice one whole round of japa, which it takes about 10 minutes usually. So that should take us to the end of the class. So don't worry if you space out and miss a bead or miss a mantra. Just sink back in when you're ready. No judgment whatsoever. This is a daily personal practice. Sometimes our mind is calm. Sometimes our mind is crazy. The main thing is that we show up, we practice, be consistent, and trust in the practice itself, in the medicine of the mantra, the purification of the mantra. All right, so let's begin. Middle finger and thumb to the head bead. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Siddha Swarapananda Paramahamsa Iti Namine Vaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrindam. And over to the first bead. Haribol Nitai Gaur Haribol. 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 Haribo Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Haribo. 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 And we're back to the head bead, so we'll just offer our obeisances, our respects again. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pastaya Bhutale Srimate Siddhasvarapananda Paramahamsiti Namine Vaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda. And finish with the Maha Mantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this practice of mantra meditation, whether it's through japa meditation, our Gauranga breathing that we always do at the beginning of our practice, or kirtan meditation, they're all forms of cleansing technique. So they're transcendental by nature, mantras, and they have a spiritually purifying effect on the soul or Atma. And it also has an effect of cleansing the mind as well. So sometimes we can get, fixated on, got to cleanse my body, got to cleanse my body. And then our mind feels really overwhelming and we're like, how do we actually cleanse the mind? What does that actually entail? And mantra meditation is the most direct form of purifying the mind. So you can, calm the mind through yoga techniques, through asana, through relaxation processes. But mantra meditation actually helps to purify our mind of, worldly experiences, traumatic experiences. It helps to draw our senses away from engagement in the world as well. So it actually helps to minimize that sort of karmic impact. And it can help us to purify ourselves of some of those prickly emotions and things that we can cultivate if we don't purify or weed our spiritual garden, such as lust or greed, hatred of others, being critical. So all those sorts of things that we might feel like we can experience them on that subtle plane, but we don't really know how to access them or change them other than trying not to do that or trying not to be like that. This is where our yoga practices of mantra meditation really helps to work on that more subtle and even deeper level of a spiritual level as well. So really, really important to not just think of cleansing our body, but to also think of those transcendental aspects and the subtle aspects of cleansing the mind and heart as well. So let's close up our practice by bringing our palms together and bowing our heads to offer our respects to each other. And bowing our heads once more to offer our respects to the Supreme Soul. Namaste. All right. Oh, lovely to practice with you all as per usual. Have a nice rest of your evening. You're there. Hey, Steffi.
Thank you, Semi.
Haribol. Namaste, everyone.